Hi, and welcome to my The Ice Day Adventure of Buck Wild movie review. Okay, so I just got done been watching a couple days ago the new Ice Age movie, Ice Age 6, The Ice Age Adventure of Buck Wild, and this is going to be my movie review of The Ice Age Adventure of Buck Wild. Okay, so if you seen the new I say adventure Buck Wild, then let me know in the comment section down below um, what you think of the I say adventure of Buck Wild. Do you hate it? Do you love it? Do you think it was okay? What's your favorite or least favorite Ice Age movie? Are you a fan of the Ice Age franchise? Uh, all that, okay? Uh, so it's time for me to review The Adventure of Buck Wild. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad. Do I like it? Do I think it's okay? Do I agree with people on their opinion about their movie? And all that. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you what people are saying about this movie. Okay? And I'm gonna give you my opinion on the Ice Age franchise as well. Okay? So with that being said, let's get into my movie review of the Ice Age Adventure of Buck Wild. Uh, it was directed by John C. Duncan, starring Simon Pegg, Vince Tong, Aaron Harris, Justina Machado. Release date January 28, 2022. Running time 82 minutes. Um, the film was released on January 28, 2022. With exclusively on Disney Plus in North America. The film will later be released on March 25th, 2022 in Europe, Asia, and the Pacific, making it the first Disney Plus original film not to have a worldwide simulcast. Cast. Okay, and they said that they're working on an Ice Age 7. Okay, um, so if you want to watch this movie, it's on Disney Plus. Okay, so it seems like every time Disney acquire another studio, that they have to take that studio property and butcher that studio property. So, so, um, I don't know. I just don't know. Um, I hope they don't butcher any stuff from Fox, 20th Century Fox. So, um, oh, we can't stay 20th Century Fox no more. We only stay 20 Fox. Don't worry. The stuff that you love in 20th Century Fox that you grew up with, they'll probably put it on Disney Plus and butcher it. Okay. Um, they butchered an Ice Age movie, and it could have been good. Okay. Not all Ice Age movies were bad. Okay. Um, and actually they could have been good, but they totally do for money grab, and they decided, no, we're gonna do our stuff, and we don't want to listen to fans, and they just force you down the toilet. So you go to Rotten Tomatoes. The critics on Rotten Tomatoes gave this a 23%. The audience on Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 19%. Okay. So basically, the plot is Crash and Eddie is in trouble this time. most of the I think movie is about uh you know Ted. You know, Ted's a plot, always get picked on. Oh, uh, Ted the flaw, and you know, look at Don the dinosaur. He got picked on because you know he would take care of the A, and they make fun of him, so they had to go look for Ted the Sloth, and he ran into the lost world, you know, the world of the dinosaur, and that's how he met Buck, and that's one of the best I think movies in my opinion. Okay, um, to me, uh, Sid is the one that brings the humor in the I think movies. If it wasn't for Sid, there wouldn't be no humor. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, in every like every anime movie, you have like some character um every every anime movie you have like some character that bring the humor. Okay, like in the Shrek movie, it's the donkey. Okay, um, but for the I Think movie, it's it's dead. And for some reason, they decided that they wanted to pick on Crack and Eddie for some reason. You know, the Possum character, and make everyone else in the herd pick on them, and they didn't like it that Ellie was making fun of them, or you know, babysitting them, and they could never do stuff on their own. But that were mainly for their characters, and then they decided, well, we don't want basically I'm paraphrasing. They don't want to be like babies, and and we and we want to show Ellie that we can live on our own and, and not get in trouble no more. We can live by ourselves. Basically, that's a paraphrase, and they do it. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not here to watch that. Okay, and now that could be a good story. That can make for a good I think movie, but they don't call it the adventure of Buck Wild. And another thing is, I read a couple days ago, that you said that this was supposed to be a spin-off movie. So, let me back up. I haven't heard about this movie until like 2 or 3 days before the movie came out. So I said, oh, so they're making a spin-off I Think movie and coming out on Disney Plus. I was like, okay, then I'll watch it. So I said, I think all the I Think movie, okay. And I said to myself, I like all of them except for the last one I saw in theater. And that was a disappointment. I'm like, okay, hopefully the new one will be better than the last one I saw. And um, and I haven't heard anything about it until like 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 days before it came out on 28th. And so what happened? Uh, I, I I heard what I read before it came out was it was supposed to be a spinoff about Buck. You know, the character from the third one, Dawn of the Dinosaur. And I'm like 20 minutes into the movie, almost 20 minutes in the movie. I'm like, where's Buck? This is more about Crash and Eddie. No, it was supposed to be a spin-off movie. You know what a spin-off movie is? So, that is one problem that's wrong with the movie. Okay, so that's one problem I think wrong with the movie, in my opinion. And I'm gonna give you some other problems. The more problem that I have with the movie, the problem that I think people think. Okay, one of the biggest problems I think people thinking about the movie that is the voice cast. They think, what's wrong with the voice cast? The voice cast is fine, and I say 1 to 5. Okay, I don't care if you think some of those are bad or okay, decent or good movies. Problem is, in this one, it new uh, voice actors. They recast them. The only one that came back was Simon Pegg, that voiced Buck in Dawn of the Dinosaur. He came back for Buck, to voice Buck. Okay, everybody else is everybody else um, in new voice actors. Okay, that is like Chris Evans in doing the voice for Buzz Lightyear and in the upcoming Lightyear movie. Okay, I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe because it's a prequel, kind of like how they got Ewan McGregor to play, Ewan McGregor to play Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, so the only time I can adapt like a younger person to play a different a character or somebody to do a voice actor that is a different voice actor, not the same voice actor. And maybe if it were like a prequel movie and they want him to like sound younger, but this movie not a prequel. It's going to be a spinoff. And then another thing I heard that they were supposed to make it like a TV show. So I heard some people said that, so that's another thing wrong with this movie. And another thing I heard about this movie was, uh, it is down, it didn't look like a movie. It looked like a TV show because they tend to make it like a TV show, like a mini series or TV show or whatever. Okay, and it's a spinoff for Buck Wild. And another thing, when I step back and look at it, it looked like they were having two stories in one. Two plots in one. I'm like, no good. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out who the um uh yeah. So, one plot is Crash and Eddie team up with Buck to fight the little dinosaur that wants to take over the watering hole so he can be king of the lost world. That's a plot. Then another plot is Ellie and Diego and Finn and Manny trying to find Crash and Eddie. That's another plot. I'm like, it's supposed to be a spinoff about Buck. Focus on Buck, okay? Um, and then another thing, is wrong with this movie is is that out of nowhere in the middle of the movie is it Weedle, or I don't know what you call it. The Weedle girl, Possum, or whatever you call it, that play gas, skunk, or whatever, like have a relationship and friend with Buck, and they met before, and they never established that. They never showed that in the movie, like with flashback or anything, or whatever. And or they never showed that in Dawn of the Dinosaur that he had a girlfriend, or they met before. They just show up and say, "Oh, we had a thing going where we met before and everything." And they were like arguing and saying, "Oh, you want to do your thing before," and but they were arguing like, "Oh, we don't get along, but now we can get along if we work together as a team." Yeah, that I was saying all along. I'm like, so we supposed to accept that they were a thing. No, no. The reason why the first I say worked so good because they introduced all the characters, and then all the characters met each other. Sid, Manny, Diego, and then yeah, and then gradually they introduced all the other characters in each of the other I think movies. Um, okay. Um, so overall, um, not a very good Ice Age movie, but I'm gonna be honest, I did find myself very few times enjoying this movie. Um, but but um, if you never seen the Ice Age movie and you go in just watching this for the very first time, this Ice Age movie, the new one, without seeing all the other ones, then I think you could probably enjoy it. That's my opinion and being honest. But but um, this is not good. A good action movie. Okay. Um, now um, I, it could have been a lot better. One, if they would stick to the original idea of probably making a TV show, then they would have time to um, establish a lot of stuff and focus more on Buck and that other character, okay, and bring back all the original voice actors, okay. Um, now, if this is the worst movie I ever seen, no, but compared to the other one, it's pretty bad. Um, so I would say this one is Collision Course or the worst. In my opinion, I I would say just just watch the first four. Yeah, the first four I think movie are the best. But definitely the first one is the best. But the first four are enjoyable. Five and six are terrible. Um, I might like this one slightly better than uh, Collision Course. Let me see here. Yeah, Collision Course. Cause I saw it and I didn't like it one bit. Um, but I think the first four I think movies are very enjoyable movies. Some of them are good, some of them are decent, and some of them are actually really good movies. Okay. Um, Now, if you're a diehard, I think movie, and if you grew up with like maybe the first three movies in your childhood, then of course you probably want to check this out. Okay. Of course you probably can't wait for them to make the seventh one. Okay. But in my opinion, just stick with the first four. Okay. The first four is the best. After that, after that, that's when I say went downhill from 5 steps. Okay. Um, I'm not a diehard I say fan. I'm a casual fan. Cause I do like I say 1 to 4. And last year when when Disney Studios closed down Blue Sky Studios, I did a tribute to Blue Sky Studios, and I reviewed each of the I Think movies, and that including uh, Continental Drift and Creighton Corn. So that means last year I reviewed uh, I Think 1 to 5, and I gave you my opinion on all of them. I Think 1 to 5. So if you want to know my opinion on each of the movies from I Think 1 to 5, um, definitely and individually, one by one, from I Think 1 to 5, then it's up there on my channel from last year, and we'll check it out. But my final verdict would be, I think, uh, I think only diehard, I think fan won't like this movie. Uh, Casual movie watchers might enjoy some of it. For me, I say just stick with like just stick with thing thing two, or stick with like a pet or something like that. Okay. Um, but I did like a couple things in the movie. So I didn't totally hate it, but I did totally hate. I totally did not like. I say uh, Collision Course. Um, but I do enjoy, and I do recommend. I say 1 to 4. I think they're enjoyable, fun movie. Okay, so if I had to rank it, give it a grade, it would be a B or D plus, and that means I did every once in a while in the movie find one or two things I here and there I got enjoyment out of. Okay, um, so and like I said, uh, uh, if they brought back the original voice actors, or they made it like they tend to be a TV show, or if they really made this a spin-off and focused on totally on Buck Wild, Buck, then it would have been better. Instead of having like 2 or 3 plot holes, you know, like Diego, Sid, Manny, and Eddie looking for Kraken Eddie. No, to me, I'm like, I thought I'm watching a spin-off movie about Buck, and to me, it looked like I'm watching a movie about Kraken Eddie. They should have called this I Say, The Adventure of Kraken Eddie. So, I think you can find the slightly some entertainment out of it, but uh, if you're a diehard Ike fan, I would not recommend it. But but if you're a movie watcher but never seen any Ike movie, I think you'll probably get some enjoyment out of it. So thank y'all for watching, and if you're new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know what you thought on the Ike franchise. And if you're new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you.